stopped asking where you'd been, stopped waiting by the phone. I learned to cry in empty rooms and heal there on my own. You laughed like nothing was wrong, like I was still okay. But every smile I gave you was a part of me slipping away. I didn't leave with slammed doors or words meant to hurt. I faded in the silence while you stayed untouched. This was the goodbye you didn't notice the moment I let go. I stayed beside you physically, but my heart was saying no. I ran out of explanations, ran out of ways to stay. This was the goodbye you didn't notice. I gave it every day. Folded all my feelings into jokes and tired sighs. I hid my breaking point behind I'm fine and half-truth lies. You thought love was still breathing because I never screamed, but some goodbyes are quiet and happen in between. You waited for you to feel it, to ask me what was wrong, but you were already gone, even while I stayed along. This was the goodbye you didn't notice the night I stopped trying. I kissed you with a distant heart while something inside was dying. I loved you softer every day so it wouldn't hurt to leave. This was the goodbye you didn't notice because you never looked at me. If I had shouted maybe I stopped asking where you'd been, stopped waiting by the phone. I learned to cry in empty rooms and heal there on my own. You laughed like nothing was wrong, like I was still okay. But every smile I gave you was a part of me slipping away. I didn't leave with slammed doors or words meant to hurt. I faded in the silence while you stayed untouched. This was the goodbye you didn't notice the moment I let go. I stayed beside you physically, but my heart was saying no. I ran out of explanations, ran out of ways to stay. This was the goodbye you didn't notice. I gave it every day. Folded all my feelings into jokes and tired sighs. I hid my breaking point behind I'm fine and half-truth lies. You thought love was still breathing because I never screamed, but some goodbyes are quiet and happen in between. You waited for you to feel it, to ask me what was wrong, but you were This was the goodbye you didn't notice. The night I stopped trying, I kissed you with a distant heart while something inside was dying. I loved you softer every day so it wouldn't hurt to leave. This was the goodbye you didn't notice because you never looked at me. If I had shouted, maybe you would have turned around. But love shouldn't need a breakdown just to make a sound. I hope one day you realize what silence was trying to say, that I was leaving slowly while you felt okay. This was the goodbye you didn't notice, but it was loud to me. It echoed in my sleepless nights and every memory. I didn't leave all at once, I faded till I was gone. This was the goodbye you didn't notice. Now I'm finally moving on. Some goodbyes don't need words or a final scene, just a heart that stops waiting to finally be seen. I held our love in open hands, gave everything I knew. I stayed through storms and lonely nights, believing in me and you. I whispered hopes into the dark, prayed you'd meet me halfway. But your promises turned to air and your words just drifted away. I kept holding on, believing that love could find its way. But some hearts fold quietly and slowly fade to gray. This is when effort turned into excuses, when trying wasn't enough for you. I built bridges you never crossed, while you let the distance grow too true. I gave my all, but it fell to the floor, while your love found ways to hide. This is when effort turned into excuses, and I learned how to survive. I counted every little step, hoped it would bring you near. But every gesture, every fight met indifference, not care. I forgave the quiet, the absence, the cold that I couldn't see. But some hearts are built to wander and never stay for me. I thought love could last if I just gave my all. But some hearts make excuses while the other heart takes the fall. This is when effort turned into excuses, and I learned how to survive. If I could tell my younger heart the truth I know today, love shouldn't feel like begging or fighting just to stay. And I finally learned to leave. Some love fades quietly, some hearts drift away, but I'll keep the love I deserve and find a place to stay. I rehearsed every reason why we were worth the fight. I spoke in broken sentences. You stared through me that night. I tried to make you hear me with tears I couldn't hide, but logic won over feeling, and my heart lost the argument. You said love shouldn't hurt like this, like pain was proof I was wrong. But hearts don't speak in reasons, they only ache when they belong. This is a heart that lost the argument to silence and to pride. I felt everything too deeply while you stayed on your side. I begged with all my honesty, you answered with your calm. This is a heart that lost the argument and paid the final cost. You had answers for every tree, explanations lined in me. I had questions soaked in fear, bleeding at your feet. You called it being realistic, I called it losing us. between your certainty. My hope turned into dust. You won with words and distance, with reasons sharp and clean. But love was never meant to be so perfectly unseen. This is a heart that lost the argument to timing and to truth. I asked you not to give up, yet you said we'd outgrown youth. I gave you all my vulnerability, you gave me something cold. This is a heart that lost the argument and learned how love grows old. If love were just a courtroom, you'd have won the case. But hearts don't heal with verdicts or walk away with grace. I'm left here with the echoes of everything I tried, still holding all the feelings you neatly set aside. This is a heart that lost the argument, but never lied about care. I loved without a safety net, you loved with an escape prepared. One day I'll stop defending the love I gave in full. This is a heart that lost the argument, but never stopped being true. Some love ends without shouting, just reasons spoken slow. And I'll carry what I felt that night, even after you let go. I used to be the first you called, the one who held your night. But somewhere in the silence, I lost my place in your life. I gave my love without condition, I gave my heart too fast. Now I'm just a memory, a shadow of the past. I thought being there was enough to make you see me whole, but some hearts slip quietly away, leaving emptiness in their hold. This is when I became easy to forget, when my name stopped meaning much. I loved you louder every day, but you let go of my touch. I lingered in the background while you moved on with no regret. This is when I became easy to forget, and I'm still learning to forgive yet. I replay every conversation, every glance, every word, searching for a sign that my love was ever heard. I gave you all I had to give, held on through every doubt. But some hearts are made to wander, while others fade out. I blame myself for wanting more, for needing love returned. But some hearts don't remember the lessons they should learn. This is when I became easy to forget, when my name stopped meaning much. I loved you louder every day, but you let go of my touch. I lingered in the background while you moved on with no regret. This is when I became easy to forget, and I'm still learning to forgive yet. If I could tell my younger heart the truth I've come to know, being loved doesn't mean being enough. Sometimes hearts just go. I'll take back the pieces of me that I gave to you to free. I won't let someone forget my worth ever again. I'll see. This is when I became easy to forget, but I'm finding my own light. I love myself louder now, even when it hurts at night. I'll rise from all the shadows and take back my silhouette. This is when I became easy to forget, but I'll never forget myself yet. Some hearts leave quietly, some love drifts apart, and I'll carry what's left of me, even when you forget my heart. You used to say my name like a promise, like it meant something true. Now it sounds like an old habit, something you don't mean to do. You changed without warning, while I stayed the same. I kept loving the version of you that no longer came. You didn't leave in anger, you just slowly moved on. Some love doesn't shatter, it quietly gets gone. How was the love you grew out of? Like a shirt that didn't fit your life. I tried to hold on tighter while you loosen your ties. I loved you in all the old ways. You needed something new. it true. You started dreaming bigger, with me still standing small. I cheered you on from the sidelines, while you barely looked at all. I thought love would stretch with time, that we would bend, not break. But you were already letting go of every promise we made. You said I don't know who I am now, like that meant we were through. But I was still right here, trying to grow with you. I was the love you grew out of, like a memory you don't revisit. I held on to what we used to be, while you slowly dismissed it. I loved you in all the old ways. You needed something new. I was the love you grew out of, but I loved you true. If love is meant to change us, why did I get left behind? You found yourself without me, and I lost you in the meantime. I hope wherever you're going feels worth the cost, because I stayed loving someone who was already lost. I was the love you grew out of, but not the love that was wrong. I just stayed where we started, while you kept moving on. One day you might remember what we used to do. I was the love you grew out of, but I loved you through. Some love isn't a failure, it just doesn't survive. And I'll learn to grow past the love you left behind. I was halfway through the words that I'd been saving for you. Every hope, every quiet fear, every truth I thought you knew. You looked away and walked on, like I wasn't even there. Left my heart suspended in the empty, frozen air. I didn't get to finish the story of our love. You closed the book so suddenly, like it wasn't enough. You left me mid-sentence, with all my feelings on pause. I loved you in paragraphs, while you rewrote your cards. I hung on every word I said, hoping you'd hear me through. You left me mid-sentence, and I'm still missing you. I trace the spaces where you should have I held the echo of your voice while you moved on without fear. I wanted closure, even just a line, a sign you'd feel the same. But some hearts leave conversations hanging in the rain. I whispered in the silence the words you never heard. Love left unfinished, like a song without a verse. You left me mid-sentence, with all my feelings on pause. I loved you in paragraphs while you rewrote your cause. I hung on every word I said, hoping you hear me through. You left me mid-sentence, and I'm still missing you. If I could turn back time, I'd stop before I gave it all. Some love doesn't get closure, it just waits for the fall. I'll mend the lines you left undone, write my story on my own, because words unspoken can't heal a heart alone. You left me mid-sentence, with all my feelings on pause. I loved you in paragraphs while you rewrote your cause. I hung on every word I said, hoping you hear me through. You left me mid-sentence, but I'll find my voice in you. Some love ends abruptly, some hearts never stay. But I'll finish my own story, even if you walked away. We started with fire, eyes wide and bright. Every moment felt endless, every kiss felt right. But somewhere between the laughter and the fight, I felt the warmth fade into the night. I tried to hold on, tried to make you see the love we built was slipping from me. You stayed the same, but I changed somehow. And love that once bloomed didn't know how. This is a love that slowly withered, fading like shadows at dawn. I reached for you in empty rooms while you quietly moved on. I gave my all, but it wasn't enough for a heart that no longer cared. This is the love that slowly withered and left me broken. We spoke in soft words, but they lost their sound. I searched for you This is the love that's slowly withered, fading like shadows at dawn. I reach for you in empty rooms while you quietly moved on. I gave my all, but it wasn't enough for a heart that no longer cared. This is the love that slowly withered and left me broken. Teach a lesson so cruel that giving your all leaves you used. This is the love that slowly withered, fading like shadows at dawn. I'll gather the pieces of me again. Oh, you quietly moved on. I gave my all. Some love drifts away quietly. Some hearts forget how to stay. And I learned to bloom again from the love that withered away. I used to dream in wide horizons of love that felt alive. But somewhere in your silence, I learned how to survive. I stopped asking for your time, called crumbs enough to stay. I told myself this was love, just to make it through the day. I lowered all my expectations so I wouldn't feel the fall. I learned how not to want too much so I wouldn't want it all. This is a heart that learned to settle for half of what it needs. I called your absence patience and swallowed all my pleas. I loved you in the quiet where my needs couldn't exist. This is a heart that learned to settle and forgot what love was meant to be. I celebrated small affection like it was something rare. I learned to read your moods before I dared to care. I stayed afraid of rocking boats that were already sung. I held on to the memory of what we'd never become. I thought wanting more was selfish, like love should never ache. But love should never teach a heart how much it has to break. This is A heart that learned to settle can still unlearn it yet. This is a heart that learned to settle, but it's waking up inside. I won't trade love for comfort or stay where I feel denied. I'll take my hope back gently, let my standards rise again. This is a heart that learned to settle, now learning how to mend. Some love teaches endurance, some love teaches pain, but I'm choosing a love that meets me, not one that makes me wait. I reach for you in the quiet, hoping you would take my hand, but your eyes were somewhere distant, in a place I couldn't stand. I gave you all my patience, all my nights, all my days, but love shouldn't feel like balancing in such uncertain ways. I try to meet you halfway, to match your heart with mine, but some hearts never line up, no matter how we try. This is the day love felt uneven, when my all wasn't enough. I held on with every heartbeat, while you stayed too far to touch. I gave you every piece of me, but you couldn't give it back. This is the day love felt uneven, and the colors started to crack. I traced every word you spoke, hoped to find the truth. I built castles from your promises, but they crumbled in your youth. I stayed through all the shadows, through doubts I couldn't show, but some love isn't meant to grow where one heart pulls the other lets go. I thought love meant endurance, if I just gave enough, but some hearts are uneven, no matter how deep the love. This is the day love felt uneven, when my all wasn't enough. I held on with every heartbeat, while you stayed too far to touch. I gave you every piece of me, but you couldn't give it back. This is the day love felt uneven, and the colors started to crack. If I could speak to who I was before the heartache came, I'd tell her not to bend too far for someone who won't remain. Some love teaches patience, some love teaches pain, but uneven hearts can't be mended, no matter how much we strain. This is the day love felt uneven, when my heart was all I had. I gave more than I received, and the truth felt cold and sad. I'll rise from the imbalance, learn to love and protect. This is the day love felt uneven, but my heart will reconnect. Some love fades quietly, some hearts drift away, but even uneven love teaches a heart to stay. I wore my heart outside my chest, every word, every glance confessed. I gave you every piece of me, without a single hidden plea. You took my love like it was yours, left me standing at your doors. I trusted fully with no disguise, while you left with quiet lies. I thought honesty was strength, but some hearts break too soon. I gave you all my daylight, and you left me with the moon. This is a heart that loved too honestly, but letting colors too bright to see. I gave you all I had to give, but you walked away so easily. I trusted, I believed, I opened every part. This is a heart that loved too honestly, and it's breaking in the dark. I whispered all my fears to you, hoped you'd fight for us too. I wore my pain, my hope, my dreams, like glass for you to view. But love shouldn't feel like bleeding or pleading for a stay. Some hearts just aren't ready for the truth in every way. I thought love would mirror mine if I just loved enough. But some hearts only take and never return the touch. This is a heart that loved too honestly, but letting colors too bright to see. I gave you all I had to give, but you walked away so easily. I trusted, I believed, I opened every part. This is a heart that loved too honestly, and it's breaking in the dark. If I could tell my younger heart the truth I've come to know, love doesn't always reward honesty. Sometimes it just lets go. I'll guard my heart more gently now, learn to love without regret. A heart that loved too honestly can still learn to reset. This is a heart that loved too honestly, but it will rise again someday. I'll give love with wiser hands and learn to find my way. I trusted, I believed, but a heart that loved too honestly will heal and take a stand. I held your memory in my hands long after you walked away. I traced the lines of what we were, and every night and day I whispered love into the void where your voice used to be. I kept believing in us even when you weren't with me. I knew the chapter had closed, knew the story had run its course, but my heart didn't listen. It clung to every force. I loved you past the ending, even when the world said no. I held on to a fading light when you let go. I stayed in the echoes of the love that couldn't stay. I loved you past the ending, even after you walked away. I replayed our moments like movies in my mind. Every laugh, every touch, every word left behind. I carried all your absence as if it were my own. I kept giving my heart to a love overthrown. I thought love could survive if I held it strong enough, but some hearts aren't meant to stay, even when love is enough. I loved you past the ending, even when the world said no. I held on to a fading light when you let go. I stayed in the echoes of the love that couldn't stay. I loved you past the ending, even after you walked away. If I could speak to the me back then, I'd tell her to let it be. Some love isn't forever, even when it feels like destiny. But the heart learns slowly, through longing and through pain, that loving past the ending is not loving in vain. I loved you past the ending, even when the world said no. I held on to a fading light when you let go. I stayed in the echoes of the love that couldn't stay. I loved you past the ending, and I remember you anyway. Some hearts carry love too long, some memories never fade, and I'll keep the love I had, even though the ending came. You left without a warning, no words, no last embrace. I searched the empty rooms for you, but only found your space. I kept the hope that you'd return, or that somehow you'd explain. But some love just disappears and leaves a quiet pain. I replay every memory, every touch, every glance, but nothing can replace the goodbye. I didn't have a chance. This is a goodbye without closure, a love that slipped through my hands. I waited for your words, your reasons, but you left without plans. I'm holding on to fragments of the us that used to be. This is a goodbye without closure, and it's still haunting me. I write letters never sent, I speak to the empty air. I relive the moments, wishing you were still there. I ask the stars for answers, but they keep them from me. Some goodbyes don't need reasons, they just leave silently. I blame myself for you leaving, for not being enough. But love doesn't always linger, sometimes it just drifts off. This is a goodbye without closure, a love that slipped through my hands. I waited for your words, your reasons, but you left a red branch. I'm holding on to fragments of the us that used to be. This is a goodbye without closure, and it's still haunting me. If I could speak to who I was then, I'd tell her to let go. Some hearts don't say goodbye, they just disappear slow. I'll find my peace in pieces and learn to heal my heart, even when a love like ours is torn apart. This is a goodbye without closure, a chapter left unfinished, undone. I'll carry the love I had for you, even though you've gone. I'll mend the cracks in my heart, though it won't be the same. This is a goodbye without closure, but I'll remember your name. Some love fades without reason, some hearts simply flee, but I'll hold on to what I am, even without you here with me. Felt everything in full color, you loved in shades of gray. I held on through every silence you slowly pulled away. I memorized the sound of your heart, you never learned mine. I was reading every moment while you were killing time. I thought love would meet me your flaws like fragile glass, protected every crack. You left your love half open so you could still step back. I blame my heart for feeling more, for needing something true. But love was never meant to hurt just because it's true. Should never cost your peace. This was when I loved deeper than you. But that doesn't make me wrong. I loved with everything I had. You just didn't stay long. I'll take my heart back slowly, let it learn what's true. This was when fades unevenly, some hearts fall apart, and I'll carry what I felt for you without losing my heart. The pieces of our love when you walked away with ease. I whispered every hope and dream into an empty breeze. I carried all the weight of us while you stood in the shade. I fought for every heartbeat shared, even when you strayed. Some hearts can drift away while one heart fights too bold. I fought for us alone, every night, every day. I gave you all my fire while you just looked away. I built a world around us that you didn't see. I fought for us alone. There's something exciting with me. I spoke in tender whispers, hoped you'd hear my call. I stayed through stormy silence, watched us crumble and fall. I forgave every distance, every shadow in your eyes. But some hearts never meet halfway, no matter how one tries. I thought love could conquer if I just gave my all. But love shouldn't be a battlefield where only one heart falls. I fought for us alone, ends in silence. Some hearts drift apart, but I'll carry the courage I found from fighting with all my heart. I gave you all the pieces of me, every scar and every dream. I built a world around our love, or at least what it seemed. I fought for us in silence while you let it fall apart. I held the fire in my hands, but you never guarded my heart. I thought love meant standing together through storms and through rain, but some hearts just drift away and leave the other in pain. This is the love you didn't protect, the heart I trusted with mine. I waited for your arms to shield it, but they were never aligned. I held on through every shadow, through doubt, through fear, through neglect. This is the love you didn't protect, and I'm left to recollect. I whispered hope into empty nights, prayed you'd fight for us too, but every step I took toward you was met with nothing new. I forgave the little things, the silences, the lies, but love can't survive alone, no matter how hard one tries. I thought if I loved enough, we'd weather the storm inside, but some hearts don't protect love, they let it wash aside. This is the love you didn't protect, the heart I trusted with mine. I waited for your arms to shield it, but they were never aligned. I held on through every shadow, through doubt, through fear, through neglect. This is the love you didn't protect, and I'm left to recollect. If I could tell my younger heart the truth I know today, love needs two hands to shelter it, not just one willing to stay. I'll gather all the pieces of the heart I gave to you, and learn to guard my own again from the love that couldn't hold true. This is the love you didn't protect, but I'll protect it now myself. I'll treasure the lessons learned and reclaim my own heart's wealth. I'll rise from all the silence, from the hurt and all neglect. This is the love you didn't protect, but I'll honor and respect. Some love fades from neglect, some hearts walk away, but I'll never let my own love die in the same way. Your hand used to find mine without thinking twice. Now there's a space between us, colder than the night. We sit in the same silence on opposite sides, talking less, feeling more of the goodbye in your eyes. You say nothing's really wrong, but your body tells the truth. Love doesn't vanish loudly, it just forgets how to move. This is the distance that my place touch, the gap where your warmth used to be. I reach for you out of habit, but you're already out of reach. I miss the way you held me, like I was where you'd rest. This is the distance that replaced touch, and it's breaking what's left. We used to speak in glances, now we don't even try. Your phone feels closer to you than my voice at night. I rehearse all the questions I'm too afraid to ask, because answers hurt deeper when you already know the past. I keep hoping closeness will find its way back home, but some spaces only grow the longer they're ignored. This is the distance that replaced touch, the quiet I can't outrun. I stay hoping you'll come back, you've already moved on. I miss the way you looked at me, like I was more than enough. This is the distance that replaced touch, where love gave up. If love is meant to be felt, why does it feel so far? We're strangers in the same room with matching broken hearts. I'd rather hear the truth than live in this delay, because distance hurts deeper when no one walks away. And this is the distance that replaced touch, the last thing we became. Two hearts holding on to words, afraid to say their names. I'll gather all the warmth I gave and teach my hands to let go. This is the distance that replaced touch. Now I finally know. Ooh. Some love doesn't end with goodbye, just the loss of skin to skin. And I'm learning how to heal from the space we were living in. I kept a place for you in my days, like you were coming back around. I saved my words, my warmth, my love for footsteps that made no sound. You said you needed time to feel, to find your way, your truth. But I was standing right in front of you, and still you couldn't choose. I mistook waiting for believing, called But love shouldn't feel like emptiness or hope that's never answered. This is the space you never filled, the quiet where your heart should be. I gave you room to grow inside my love, but you never stepped toward me. I reached for you in every way. You stayed just out of reach. This is the space you never filled, and it's still living inside me. I learned your moods like second skin, adjusted just to keep you near. I turned my needs into apologies and swallowed every fear. You loved the idea of having me, but not the work it took. You kept me close enough to stay, but too far to be yours. I blame myself for wanting more, like love was asking too much. But love should never feel like standing still, waiting for someone's touch. This is the space you never fall, between someday and not now. You promised me with careful words, but never showed me how. I gave you all the parts of me you barely tried to reach. This is the space you never filled, and it's still living inside me. If I could speak to who I was then, I'd say don't disappear to stay. Love isn't proved by how long you wait for someone halfway. Now every quiet moment knows your name. Every dream feels thin. It's strange how someone can take so much without ever moving in. This is the space you never filled, where my trust used to breathe. I stayed long after love went quiet, hoping you'd choose me. One day this space will soften and I'll finally feel home. But tonight it still echoes with the love you never showed. Some people leave without leaving. Some hearts never arrive, and I'm still learning how to heal from the space you left behind. I bend my spine just to fit your world, smile through the ache in my chest. I learned to need a little less, so you'd never feel stressed. I turn my dreams into maybes, my voice into a sigh. I told myself this was love, while I slowly said goodbye. I thought losing pieces was normal if it meant you would stay. But love shouldn't feel like disappearing along the way. Loving you cost me myself. I faded just to keep you near. I gave you all the best of me, I fought to hold what wasn't mine, till nothing felt like home. Loving you cost me myself. I'm left stopped asking where you've been, stopped asking how you felt. I carried all the quiet weight you never should have dealt. I wore your indifference like blame, like I was hard to love. I kept pouring from an empty cup, calling it enough. I blame my heart for wanting more, for breaking when you pulled away. But love should never punish you for trying to stay. Loving you cost me myself. I faded just to keep you near. I gave you all the best of me and swallowed every fear. I fought to hold what wasn't mine, till nothing felt like home. Loving you cost me myself, and I'm left here all alone. If I could meet the girl I was before your name felt heavy, I'd tell her love is not a war where one heart bleeds already. I'm learning how to find my voice, to take my heart back home, but the echo of who I used to be still calls me when loving you cost me myself. But it taught me how to see that love should never ask your soul as the entry fee. I'll gather up what's left of me and let this chapter end. Loving you cost me myself, but I'll find myself again. Some love takes more than it gives. Some goodbye sets you free, and I'm slowly becoming the person you couldn't let me be. You used to look at me like I was home, like I was all you needed. Then your eyes started wandering, and my name lost its meaning. I felt a shift before the words, before the distance grew. Somewhere in the silence, I stopped being you. I tried to love a little harder, to fix what I couldn't see. But love shouldn't feel like begging for someone to choose me. This is when I stopped being enough for the heart I gave my all to. I stayed the same, but you changed. Like loving me, I grew you. I broke myself into pieces just to fit your truth. This is when I stopped being enough, started losing you. I counted every little thing I did that wasn't right. I blame my tears, my tenderness for every distant night. I learned to say I'm fine with a smile that wasn't true. I carried all the weight of us while you just slipped through. I thought if I became less of me, you'd finally stay. But love doesn't ask you to disappear just to be okay. This is when I stopped being enough for the heart I gave my all to. I stayed the same, and started losing you. If I could hold my younger heart, I'd tell her this instead. Love doesn't leave you questioning the worth inside your head. Some people don't fall out of love, they just stop trying to stay. And that was never about me, no matter what you'd say. This is when I stop being enough, but not because I failed. I loved with everything I had, while you slowly bailed. I learned to love the parts of me you couldn't see as true. This is when I stopped being enough for you, but not for who I'm meant to be. Some hearts grow tired, not empty. Some love forgets its name. And I'm learning I was always enough, even when you changed. I stayed where you left me, like time would circle back. I memorized your patterns, covered up the cracks. I believed in every maybe, every almost true. I kept growing my love for you while you grew into someone new. You said you needed finding, said just give me time. But I was losing pieces, waiting on your life. I waited while you chased, held the door, held my breath. I stood still in your silence till I was nothing left. You found yourself without me and never looked my way. I waited while you changed, and I faded every day. I turned patience into sacrifice, called it understanding. I made excuses for the distance while my heart was breaking. I stayed loyal to a memory of who you used to be. I loved a version of you that no longer loved me. I thought love meant staying, no matter the cost. But I didn't know staying could mean losing myself. I waited while you changed, held the door, held my breath. I stood still in your silence till I was nothing left. You found yourself without me and never looked my way. I waited while you changed, and I faded every day. If I could reach back through time, I'd take my hand and run. Love shouldn't feel like waiting for someone to be done. I hope you find what you were searching. I just wish you'd been kind to the heart that stood behind you while you left it behind. I waited learn to choose my healing over loving on your will. I gave you all my patience, you gave me for death. I waited while you changed, now it's my turn to try. Some love ends in distance, not anger or blame, and I'm walking away slow.